Paul Sladkus Good News Broadcast. I'm here in Little Poland on 12th Street and about 2nd Avenue, New York, New York. Hello, I'm with Sid Bernstein.
Here I am, an adopted son, taking a picture of my natural son standing in front of strawberry fields. And I started to cry. And as I think of it, I tear up. This is where John stayed, because his mother wasn't capable of handling him. And so his Aunt Mimi put him in that school. Now, Clive Epstein, his older brother, before we left their home, said, Sid, before you go, as a company, a local company, doing repertoire work, and they've written a play about the Beatles and John Lennon. The play is playing this evening, and you're not leaving till tomorrow. I suggest that you go see the play. I've reserved 2 seats for you and Adam. We go to see the play. The play was the most moving play. It ends with 3 bullet shots, and with John Lennon coming out of the Dakota, going into the Dakota. That's how the play ends. Beautifully written, very touching. And I called Clive, who'd been at his office, not too far from where they lived. Clive, I would like to find the person who wrote the play. I said, I know the man. He's a friend of mine. I call him. And I ask him, are you available? I would love to do this play in New York. And we work out a deal. This writer and I, and we're now holding the rights to do the play in New York. And you, sitting here, taking this camera and listening to me, we're sitting across the street from the theater at 12th Street and 2nd Avenue, where I put the show on.
Oh, my God.
The writer came to New York, lived here for a while, married an American girl, by the way, and he directed the play right here. And it ran for a while on 2nd Avenue in what is now a duplex movie house. And I'm trying to read the name of the house. Can you see the name? Oh, it's called, what's it called? Can you read it?
The Village East Movie Theater. Sid, let me. Drive around with Sid, and he's got a little something on everything in the city. He was born in Harlem, right?
Yes. Born in Harlem, raised in the Bronx, graduated from James Monroe High School, and after the war, on the GI Bill, went to Columbia University. And I'm having a great luncheon with the gentleman who's now filming, who's one heck of a reporter.
Sid, let's talk about your book.
I have written a book originally called Not Just the Beatles. I published it myself. It was a softcover. A publishing company in Manhattan bought the rights to the book. I'm not a publisher. I didn't like being a publisher, and I sold the rights to a company in New York. And now I've forgotten their name. I shouldn't.
Turner.
Huh?
Turner?
No.
That's another thing.
Independent publisher.
Oh, okay.
In Middle Village in Queens. They took the book, which was a soft cover called Not Just the Beatles, and changed the title because whenever I called their office, I say Sid Bernstein Calling. So they retitled the book. Its original story intact, except the cover now is a hardcover, and it says Sid Bernstein Calling, and it's selling like crazy.
Now you're on the lecture circuit. Sid is not a man to sit down and let the grass grow under his feet. He's touring colleges and high schools, has an agent, and so if you want, like Sid, to give you some of the history of rock and roll, you give me a call, and I'll get you over to Sid. Maybe it's even the easiest way to go about it right now. Sid, the future now. What are some things that I know you want to do some kind of a concert for when the Beatles came?
A memoriam concert at the Carnegie Hall, as they kept growing bigger and bigger and almost universal. In fact, they are universal. I'm sure they're heard on other planets. I want to do a memorial at the Carnegie Hall. The following year, I put them in Shea Stadium, which was the first stadium concert ever. I want to go back to either Shea Stadium, which is now called City Fields, I'm sorry. And that has become so expensive that I'm thinking, and this is an exclusive, I'm thinking of bringing them up to, in Monticello, New York, there's a facility called, oh my goodness, how could I forget all this stuff?
In Bethel? The place in Bethel? Oh, to what's the name of the place?
The name of the place is Bethel Woods.
Bethel Woods, yeah.
It's an incredible facility.
Magnificent. We were up there for Woodstock. We filmed the Woodstock up there. It's on Woodstock's land. It's on the original site of Woodstock.
Of the Woodstock.
Oh, that would be something to do with it.
But now the owner, who's an extremely successful man, has bought the property where the original Woodstock in 39 or 69 rather was done, and has bought the farms and the parking lots surrounding the original site, which was about 9 or 10 acres. It's now a 22-acre field called Bethel Woods, where major concerts are run occasionally. What I'd like to do, and this is an exclusive for you and your listeners, what I'd like to do is an anniversary concert of the Beatles playing on that site on August 15th, which is when I first did the Beatles.
That's this year?
This year.
I
moved quickly.
I got to help you with this. This is important to me, too.
You're hired, okay?
All right. That's very important.
You got a deal.
All right.
Now, so if I can lock that up, and I hope to.
We're on June 5th now, 6th.
And I hope to. It will be on that same site where the Woodstock concert was held. And then in 1994, I did a successor to the original Woodstock called Bethel 94. I did not want to use the name Woodstock. It didn't belong to me. So I called it Bethel 94.
That was one of the first. Sid, you need to all know that Sid did Woodstock before Woodstock. Sid did a peace concert. It was all about peace, your event. And I know financially, I think you will even say straight out that it wasn't such a super financial success, but in the success of one of the first considered concerts to get together to love each other, that's what Sid Bernstein did. He's an innovator. He's in the forefront. He's ahead of the game. That's who you are, Sid.
Anyway, I want to be ahead of the game. We're already planning. And efforts are being made to get the facility, with the help of the current owner of Bethel Fields, to do an anniversary date, again on August 15th, in the year 21. Where are we now?
2010.
In the year 2010, the end of this year.
All right, Sid. Well, we're going to work together on that. I want to thank you, Sid, for all the good you do and what you share with the world. Is there anything else you'd like to share right now?
I want all you Good News listeners who've been listening to Paul for years to get a hold of Paul or the Good News Broadcasting System and put in your reservations now. They will be honored. Paul, when you get all those reservations from your listeners, I will honor them. There'll be a price, of course, on them. Not an expensive prize, but an anniversary of the original Shea Stadium concert, which happened on August 15th, 1965. Then I did it again the following year in 1967.
It's 35-year anniversary.
Yes. So it'll be like the 35th anniversary of Shea Stadium.
Did you check in with Paul McCartney?
I'm going to call him.
And Ringo?
I'm going to call him. Paul is busy doing concerts right now and traveling around South America and America.
He's a busy guy.
And when I know that he's back home and I can reach him at his office, I'm going to ask him, Paul, do you want to or will you be free to join us on that date? If I don't get him, the one I would most love to get would be Bruce Springsteen. He's my hero. He's a working class hero, and he's my hero. And I'll ask him to do a few Beatles songs on the anniversary date, August 15th. And you've got an exclusive on that one, too. Bruce is not aware that I'm going to be talking to him about it. But you'll let him know through your broadcast.
I'm going to let him know, Sid.
Okay.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much. We came for a nice lunch. It's a big honor always for me to get a chance to spend any moments with you. They're very, very important to me.
Thank you, Paul. And I hope we shake hands in the middle of the anniversary on August 15th of 2110.
2010.
I'm a lot older than I used to be, so I forget things occasionally, okay?
The time is a made-up number anyway. We don't know what happened before. We're not sure what's going to happen in the future. The past is history. The future is a mystery, and today's the present.
Oh, that's a good one.
I know. A lot of people said that before me.
Now, Paul, I give you a big one. It's a big one. I'm asking your listeners to send in their reservations.
It is big.
And we'll take them in the order they send them in.
It's very big.
And then when we get the permission to do it from the man who owns Bethel Woods,
Right.
we'll start selling the tickets and put them on not a prohibitive price, okay? Thank you for the time you've given me. And I'm glad I gave you the exclusive on what my next plan is. And there are other plans that will follow. And we'll talk about those too the next time we get together.
Okay, Sid. Thank you. Thank you, Sid. Thank you. World hunger. Thank you, everybody. Paul Sladkus signing off. Little Poland and New York, with our good friend Sid Bernstein.